Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Disco Elysium.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Not a lorry. On the last Let's Play, we accepted Kim Katragi's deal, which was giving us the hubcaps to sell to the pawn shop for a room at the Grand Royale.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
I mean, honor is good, strength good, purity, I mean, it's like, it's kind of getting to a point where it's like, what are you talking about? Also, yeah,
a large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think the lorry belongs to our tough guys and the dead guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Okay. I mean, I guess we can go up here now since, like, there's nobody around who can snoop. Okay. But it's weird that it's like, hey, there's a thingy here, and then not a thingy. So, who you be?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Oh, your body, but I thought you said nobody betrays your degeneracy. I was like, what?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
How about Jess and say nothing?
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but seems like this guy seems like
This
a
display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Okay, doing that might have been a negative, but we didn't lose this stuff, so
You have
see.
succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I'm not sure if he's supposed to like some like he seems I don't know. But here he seems like is he from like Southwest Asia in this universe? Is it really so bad?
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
So wait, is he racist against white people?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me.
I wonder how much this guy
You were
can.
once a noble and powerful race.
I wonder how much this guy can bench press. Like apparently, like there have been multiple times people come to me at the gym who were like, dude, are you able to handle yourself?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm able to do it." And I'm like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like I don't have the legs to do these things. I don't have the arms to do these things, but I do it.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
I feel like he's like somebody who's a minority that heard about it and was like, I learned about all this stuff, and then I feel like I'm on top of it, maybe? And also
You
French.
dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Okay, why do you have to, attack specifically me?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
We're not gonna do that.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor. Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshekat's race theory. he would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
What's an advanced racist? Also, he's Siamese? Isn't he Siamese?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My gem is mysterious fourth thing. Individualism is my jam. Let's try that.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I got it from disco, actually. Disco Elysium. I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory
is this
of
gonna
the
be-
Seminese race.
Is this going to be a no to Scotsman thing? Which is, only Scotsmen were kilts, and then only Scotsmen were this, and then there's no true Scotsman?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale. No, I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Couronne, and no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simonese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
does not so much as glance at the object.
You know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Actually, now that I
He
think
had
about
nothing
it,
to do with it.
I feel like I'm a little bit racist that I'm like, hey, do you know anything about this guy that looks, you know... Oh, I feel bad. Kim, back me up.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
They'll be our lucky racist. I mean, there will be. I mean, I live in Texas. Ooh, I'm not gonna say that.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
I feel like he's gonna tell me about, like, you know, that thing where it's like, we're gonna measure people's heads to talk about their
The
stuff.
lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
I'm guessing... I would need to check, but I think, like, they're, like, of the same race. I'm sorry, I'm just... but it's like, he's like, yes, I am the better people of the race. Kind of like how there's Aryans and white people kind of thing.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do. Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists also. To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism, idiotic communism, is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases,
I mean, that's been around forever.
above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music? Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
Let's try that.
I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful
Yeah.
we are the few. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are...
Yes?
No. I have heard about it on the radio. Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
Well, conceptualize it with me, man, I guess.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
I'll just not really think about it, I guess.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
Sorry, he's a lot bigger than me.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
God, he likes using long words.
There are three
Though I do like using long
categories of
words.
race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Because I use words like et al, which means, you know, including others.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the
Or
Occidentals,
others.
excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find
Eczema.
it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
So, like non-white people, I guess? Because think white people tend to be more lactose tolerant.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent.
Yeah,
They
white
do
people.
not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant. In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
But, like,
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
they like to listen to El Mariachi Loco. And no es bueno.
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Okay, I kind of need to take a pee, and I think this might be a while, so this might be an extended episode. BRB. And back. So, tell me about the white and delightsome people who are the Aryan race.
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. I am Simonese, from the stock of Ulumuir on Ile de Fantôme.
You're so French.
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ilmaran deserts. The Simonese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ilmaran to Anzuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
But the fact that this guy is probably able to comprehend that stuff after a 3-day bender is a miracle.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Hey, I love potatoes.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos. The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I mean, histories last for a while. Well, now that I think about it, it was like, define history. I mean, modern human human history. It's like, it's probably not.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespias.
I'm not gonna pick that.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally
Hey.
an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
It would be really weird if at some point humans are like, oh yeah, a certain vegetable that we eat commonly causes dementia or something like
The
that.
revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
So what does this cheeked man want? I mean, he has a butt. Granted, not a butt like my butt.
Enough of type mediocrity.
Okay,
Chips
tell me about your
CF
shit.
Are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
You better not go into it.
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only
No,
possible
not an actual
if
mosquito.
The mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
Do they?
The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It is weird that, horses and donkeys can make mules or something like
It
that.
seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yeah.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education. Then there is the Semino-Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino-Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site. The Khoico, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Khoico to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and Grad servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Khoico may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Khoico woman or
What?
Khoika.
You can't stand an erection around potatoes? I'm always heartburn potatoes. Have you been around a potato pie?
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way, without becoming a race theoretician.
I've heard like some people do this and it's like they just become a complete racist, and then others it's like they counteract it, and it's like I feel like I might have missed that, so
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me.
Oh, you need a suppletive woman? Huh, that's interesting.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian.
That means you're
Your
weak.
love for disco music and venereal disease?
I like hard men.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. This large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Oh god, with your gap teeth just...
Babe, thanks. But I got this. There is nothing funky.
Oh,
I
no.
cannot possibly imagine what else we have. Racists.
Welcome to... He must think.
I am
The drawings are precise and look...
The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria.
Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc.
Yes. You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability.
What's forward
From a
projection?
purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation. It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul.
Yeah.
From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
I mean, what's wrong with long arms?
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur la Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your
wish-
parents
really
and
wish
their
this game would be
parents
like,
made
hey,
the
you can
decision
go
to
over this again.
reproduce while under the influence of Al-Hul. Racist.
Welcome to Revachol. He must think.
I am not.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree.
Do I click
His
on this
large
before? I
jaw,
don't remember that.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw. You do not wish to be judged because you are racists.
Welcome. He must...
I am.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions.
Correct.
Tell me what I'm missing.
We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct. There must be another way.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Maybe a drunk teacher, or a pedophile teacher, or pedophile politician, especially in the Republican side. Or, I've never heard of a rock star politician.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bai. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
I mean, it's kind of weird when you play video games where they talk about dick size and you have, like, a big dick, and then it's like, when I say I have a big dick in video games, is that being like, does he have a big dick, or is this like projection or something like that? And not in a good way, you know? Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Okay, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play, so please comment, cause I like comments, something you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like to see growth, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help grow, and please remember to spend your ammos to help control the pet population. And wow, these cops are working hard. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Disco Elysium. So thanks and see ya. Which one's the off button? I think it's this one. Right?